The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. The ball is teed up, and with the boots, the NFL postseason has officially begun. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Go! Go!
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
Let's go!
2nd and 3 now.
Ready?
From the 37. Complete. It's McLaurin. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic first down. Takes the handoff, now to throw. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And they bring him down around the 34. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. And that's going to bring up a tough decision here for them on 4th down.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
Here we go, here we go!
They're throwing it. Moore's got it. And they take him down right along the 30. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them a possession.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They run. It's the rookie from UCLA. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Shotgun now for Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
All right.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He's trying to push the field. He's got it inside the 10. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. They're running again. And he's in for the touchdown. The Texans get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series. And then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays. But when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll come out throwing. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets tie this game 7-7. Bass now to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Man in motion out of the slot. Blown back gets the handoff. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Here we go.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, Stroud. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it's 3rd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Here we go. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. He completes it in traffic. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. So no return on that punt. And it'll be Jets football.
Okay, ready?
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Set.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Pass play coming here. Cut out left. Get some space around midfield. Running down the left side. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Looking to his fullback now. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Check, Bobcat, check.
Jacobs running behind center. And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets break the tie here in the 1st. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Jets take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Bass now to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
All right.
Stroud from the pistol. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Now it's Stroud. Collins there to grab it. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. The Jets take their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Throw on third down. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. It's a 14-7 game. More from MetLife coming right up. The Texans set to punt. And this is the second time he's been brought on to kick it. And he doesn't put much height or distance on that one. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 34 yards on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go, Shaq, go!
Throwing it to start this drive. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Shaq,
Now he'll throw off the play fake. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Now throw in the direction of DJ Moore. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
shut up!
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw now. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Texans' drive is going to start from deep in their own territory. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Here we go.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Plowing up the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
They've got first down from the 31. Back to throw, Stroud. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
2nd and 8. That one's complete, right side. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That's 16 on the pickup. And it sets up a Houston first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Motioning in the tight end now. Here's Stroud now. Complete out to the right side. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for second and goal. Going ground game again here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical third down call.
Buckle up. It's third and goal.
On the quick, right?
Third time's the charm. He gets it again. They get 1 yard, but nothing more. It's fourth and goal.
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see, right, decision time, one of these critical decisions of whether or not they're going to go for an all-or-nothing fourth down play.
Out comes the field goal team for the Texans. This is a chip shot from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Ready, set, go.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Christian Harris on the stop.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Go.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a 1st down.
Let's go.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. First carry here for Braylon Allen. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Come on.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Pass play now. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, didn't it? And it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Ready.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Ready.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Ready.
And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Ready, set.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Hey, check that. Smash. Go.
Now a toss. This is Jacobs. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. That one gains 7. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks, and I'm looking for that to be called again.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
On the handoff, Allen. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. It's a 3-yard gain, only a yard shy of the marker on 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Timeout taken by New York. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set, go.
Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Cut near the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Set.
Back to throw. And he's got it. That's a way out for it, but touchdown. The Jets will add to their lead at the end of the half. Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Jets drive their lead to 11. Bass now to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. Stroud throwing here on 1st. That's completed right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Here we go.
Man in motion, headed right. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. A massive shot towards the end zone. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. He's going to field this at the 2. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. That was Sauce Gardner dropping him there. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Collins, the receiver, in motion left. Here we go, 2nd and 9. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go, let's go.
Shotgun now, first round. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You know, Kate, defenders today are top. Don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form, making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Second and 3 now. Handoff here to Jacobs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Up the middle, here goes Allen. And he drives this forward to the 6. They get 2 on the play, and now they've got 1st and goal.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They'll run, Jacobs. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone.
Come on, set. Go.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Caught near the pylon. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal.
Ready. Ready.
Jacobs. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the run, and how about this? It brings up 4th and goal from the 1.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
Here we go. Huh. Huh.
They'll run for it. Jacobs. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
All right.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he has it up to the 9-yard line before going down. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Stroud. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
You know, he might complete 99 out of 100 of those short, simple routes to the tight ends. Even the shortest and simplest of throws, well, it's due to end up in a drop at some point.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Hits him on the out route. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Tucker now in motion right. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this one doesn't go far. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the 23. Completed to Collins. And he'll get it up to the 27. Five DBs out there for the Jets. 3rd down. To the air, Stroud. Catch made by Mitchell. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st down, Stroud. He gets a lot behind one. Deep downfield. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing from the gun here. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Running back sent in motion. To the air now on 1st and 10. Got his target, it's Higgins. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down, and they go right back to it. Dukes out a one stop, and he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
One quarter to go, Brock, and we'll see who can earn the wild card win. The Jets have it with a lead, looking to continue their postseason run. They'll come up 1st and 10. They're going play action. Has it at the 7. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
2nd and goal coming up from the 7. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets now lead by 10. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Jets drive their lead to 11. Bass now to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw, Stroud. Looking for Collins, and it's intercepted. And the Jets get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did. That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Let's go. Let's go.
They'll try and throw it here. He's going deep this time. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And he's got this down to the 40. 4 yards narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on 4th down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Blown back gets the handoff. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back to throw. Stroud. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
Read and react. Read and react. Read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now it's Stroud. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
On the quick, right?
Stroud. That's cut beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
This defense did the best they could to track him as he ran all the way across the field, but eventually, you're just going to lose him. And that's when a completion was made and turned it into a significant gain.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Gets everything he has under this throw. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw. Caught, this is Greg Dulcich. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here we go.
They're set up at the 35 now. Stroud throwing here on 1st. Finding Collins. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Into the hands of Tucker, complete. They get 13 on the pickup. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They are now set for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's the handoff. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Here we go, let's go.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun now for Stroud. Short pass brought in. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans now within one score in the fourth. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Texans facing a big play as they go for 2.
Already.
He's throwing for it! And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points. So a little pressure alleviated by the touchdown, but plenty still remains. Gonna need to manufacture another trip to the end zone as they trail by 5.
This feels a little bit like a golf event to me, Kate, where those golfers will spend a big round not even looking at the scoreboard, not even know where they sit. But then when it gets down to winning time, they do know exactly what they need. And to consider that golf analogy, well, this team now needs a birdie when it matters the most.
And the Jets are able to recover the kick.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. They did it! He made the interception! And the Texans have some new life in the 4th.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something to the return.
They'll run here on 1st down. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Stroud from the pistol. That's taken in by Tucker. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Back to throw it. Finds the in route complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Texans facing a 5-point deficit. Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here 1st and goal.
Here you go.
Give now to the running back. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Back to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Jets make the play that should win them this game. Oh, man, Brock. They decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity of looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. The ones you get, you have to finish with points.
This is Allen on the give. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
When you call that first down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Houston calls it second timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
Got it. Ready?
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Let's go now.
Allen trying this straight ahead. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line.
The chances of stalling this drive defensively seem bleak, but how about now? Look at those odds changing, Kate. Still not great, but you could feel a little momentum on their side. Maybe they can muster it up and get back-to-back stops.
The Jets take their first time out. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Jacobs running behind center. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Pickup of 2 here. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. They take one final knee. Time's going to run out. Brock, their playoff story begins with a victory.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Second down. Probably going to see him kneel it again here. So the win goes to the Jets. And they're headed to the divisional round next week. Great start to their playoffs and getting the win at home, but the test's only getting harder from here on out. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from New York.